Hello friends, this is the Cryptonian taking a look at Bitcoin, and tonight it is Sunday, North American East Coast time. It is in the evening, and so as you can see here, Bitcoin currently is, let's see what the price is, 20,452. Let's take a look and see what it's telling us on the charts. Now, taking a look here at the Bitcoin chart, you can see that we did have uh, from the last video, I said that it was possibly going to bounce at the golden pocket, and it's exactly what that did. It bounced at the golden pocket. When we take a look at, let's go ahead and measure this. When we measure from here all the way to the peak, golden pocket is right here, and that's almost to the dollar where we bounced and found support. That's why I was saying that we could possibly have the golden pocket bounce here, and that's exactly what happened here. Now I'm running some proprietary indicators, and you can see here that we have the blue cloud here. This blue cloud here is the daily Heiken Ashi cloud. I'm using it as a cloud, like kind of like an Ichimoku cloud, if you're familiar with charting techniques and technical analysis. And then we have a immediate trend line here, and you see that this is rolled over, and essentially we have what's called a double top. Okay, we tried 2 times to test this area. We were rejected. That rejection was at about 20,900, and currently we have had multiple sell signals. We have the immediate trend sell signal here, and we have the daily sell signal. Now the sell signal for the daily can change. It's possible that it can change, but the market looks like we're in the area where we need a breather, either some sideways consolidation or a pullback. And so we are experiencing right now tonight on the 4 hour, we do see a red candle that is showing us that we're under some sell pressure here. And of course, like I said, we have the short sell signal on the daily Heiken Ashi. So we could have a pullback here. We have this white line that is the trend. We've broken that trend to the upside, and like I said, we bounced at the golden pocket. We went up. We were rejected here temporarily. Not sure. We could bounce again. Put in like a rising wedge up against the 20,900 area, but we'll just have to wait and see what tomorrow brings. Right? We have to wait and see if this week is going to be bullish or not. Looks like the 30-day moving average is breaking. We found support at the 30-day moving average before. There was confluence with the 30 and the golden pocket. That was a perfect entry for those that are short-term traders. I'm an investor, so I may take positions to test out this new tech that I created, but this new code, this algorithmic bot. But this is I'm primarily a long-term investor. So that being said, we do have the 30-day moving average here at 20,489. It looks like it may be broken, and 20,269 is the 50-day moving average. 20,269 would be the next area of support. And let's go ahead and measure also where we could find some Fibonacci support on this bounce as well. Okay, so we're right at the Fibonacci area here, and so if we do not bounce here, we could have a deeper, obviously we'll have a deeper correction, and then the next area, if we're not going to bounce here shortly, then 2,269 would be the next level for the 50-day moving average, and then below that is going to be the 19,940 area where we have the 100 daily moving average, 100 period moving average on the 4-hour. It's a 4-hour chart. And then 19,794 is the 100. Okay. We do see down here the rollover of the stochastics. You can see that it's already at the bottom though. This is interesting. So we do have some short-term and current stochastic RSIs are at the bottom, which indicates that, once they get down to the bottom, they can bounce around and then push up for an impulse to the upside, or they can stay like here during a correction. They can stay down at the bottom for a prolonged period of time, just like when we had this correction here. Okay, so that being said, be aware of these areas, these levels that I talked about. We could find support in those levels. Now, shorting is risky because it's been so strong lately. But if you're going to short, then shorting would be short term as far as that goes. We do have declining volume, which shows that we have low volume over the weekend. All of this is low volume over the weekend, low volume price action. So, we may have some very strong bears come in this week and short it lower, or we may gain a true foothold in an uptrend and go higher. So we'll just have to wait and see. This week is critical. This week is critical. So, but like I said, we've got the daily is rolling over. Okay, our daily stochastics, this white line that just came under the purple line, this is the daily. So the daily stochastics is just going negative and rolling over. It is elevated here. Okay, but to get an accurate reading, we need to be on the daily, right? So let's do this. There we go. So we're on the daily. Now we see the true trend of the daily, the purple and white, and we can see here that we're around 77. So that's elevated. So currently we are rolling over. We did roll over from the peak here. Okay, that's not surprising. And but again, look at this. We have short-term 4-hour stochastics and 1-hour stochastics at the bottom. And what happens when we have that? Well, you can see down here we had stochastics at the bottom as well, and we began this uptrend, right? So could we get a bounce? It's possible. It's possible. We just need to pay attention and not get ahead of ourselves. Now let me show you here that we still have, even on the daily, we have sell side pressure and we have sell signals, and this is coming off of the 100 moving average on the daily. Now this is the daily chart, so this is the daily 100 moving average on the daily. So it is significant, and we're being rejected from that. We were rejected twice, it looks like, from that. Tried twice. The level of the 100 is 21,172. Actually, we were rejected just before that. So if we continue momentum this week, then 21,172 is going to be the resistance, and then we need to break above that to actually move much higher. Now if we can break above the 100, then the 200 moving average is up here at 25,119, and it's very possible that if we get a lot of momentum, we could break above that and then maybe consolidate and try to move higher. It just depends on if this is a true reversal or not, and it just, time will tell if it's a true reversal. So back on the 4-hour, that's what the story is, and you can see here that there is a wick that's forming. It could be temporary because like I said, we are in a sell cycle right now. And so going along here probably would not be the best idea unless we start seeing a lot of support here. on shorter time periods. Okay, so there you have it, friends. I just want to give you an update on Bitcoin, and you can see my new indicators that I have coded, and they're actually it's actually a bot where um, it's it's capable of generating, as you can see, signals, buy and sell signals on different time frames in different manners, long trends, short trends, impulse moves, short period impulse moves. Like right here, you can see on the 1 hour, this line coincides with this strong impulse up here, which also coincided with this midterm 4 hour trend line. And the reason why this impulse was so powerful is because we had both sets of stochastics at the bottom, and it was a perfect time to buy. And then we got the buy signal here, and then that did turn out to be accurate, and we actually did really well. And then once we started getting weak and starting to roll over, our immediate trend line rolled over, turned red. So you're getting all of the visual signals that you need to see whether there's strength, whether there's momentum, whether there's support, and you can see whether there's going to be another impulse to the upside. The daily is going negative, but we do have signals setting up for possible impulse to the upside. Now, we don't know how strong that impulse will be. It could go up like this and then come right back down, which it's very possible because we've had two strong impulses here to the upside, and now we need to come back, find support, cool off. There's going to be profit taking here. Right now, the trend is still the uptrend is still intact, although this trend line we did break, this white trend line here that runs right through this this recent trend on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we're strong, we're bullish, we're still above all of our moving averages. So, but we are testing these moving averages now, and probably will this week. And but there could be some type of a bounce here, and then possible continuation back down to the lower levels. So that being said, friends, let's take a look at Ethereum. I don't want to make the video too long here because I try to make it short for you. Here's Ethereum. Now you can see with Ethereum is basically following Bitcoin, but with stronger impulses. Whenever Bitcoin moves, Ethereum moves the same pattern, but with stronger impulses, both to the upside and to the downside. We see that the daily is going negative, okay, on stochastics, and also you can see the Heikin-Ashi is generating a sell or short signal on the daily. And however, again, we do have these stochastics down at the bottom, the shorter time frames, so we could see some type of a bounce here, even if it's weak, and then maybe come lower here, or maybe this white line is a trend line, diagonal trend line. We could just bounce along this trend line here like so before putting in some type of a falling wedge and then moving higher. It all depends on Bitcoin and the market. If we do have a true reversal, then we're gonna be testing much higher price levels, both for Bitcoin and Ethereum and the altcoins as well. Now, that being said, taking a look at Doge. Doge is showing crazy strength because of Elon, right? Elon has purchased Twitter, and Elon is a very big fan of Dogecoin. Most likely, he'll probably incorporate Doge payments within Twitter, and they're talking about some type of subscription. So I imagine Doge probably would be one of the accepted payments for subscriptions for Twitter. I think it's like for a premium account, something like that. So that being said, we do have a sell signal here on the stochastics. Stochastics is very, very sensitive and early on their signals, and it's still above the Heikin-Ashi cloud on the daily, so we don't have a sell signal on the daily for Doge yet, which is kind of crazy because it just went up 80%. You can see here we do have an impulse, short-term impulse to the upside, and it's already almost played out. You can see here that we're getting a wick now that Bitcoin is pulling back. So I do expect Dogecoin to continue to the downside as long as Bitcoin is correcting. And we are under a sell signal for the immediate short-term trend line here on the 4-hour because it's down and it's red. So that being said, we do have the midterm, the 4-hour time period stochastics at the bottom. So we could come down a little bit further and then see some type of a 4-hour impulse to the upside on the 4-hour chart. Okay. Let's see. Taking a look at ADA. ADA was another one that just went crazy and did really well. You can see here we have it did test this trend line here, and it now is above the 100 moving average on the 4-hour. This is impressive for Cardano. Cardano really was showing so much weakness, and I think it's just because Cardano was being shorted by whales, so the whales could be buying large amounts, and you can see the large amount of buys here, and you can see a large amount of buys here as well. However, these buys here probably most likely is retail, because usually retail is late to the party, and it does have a lot to do with trying to break through this resistance line. This is probably a lot of the volume for a lot of shorts as well. It went so high it got shorted down, and so that created volume that is usually atypical. But this here is real volume. This is whale volume right there probably. Okay, so we are now above the moving averages. So with Cardano, I'm expecting that Cardano probably will get some type of opportunity to try to get support here, depending on Bitcoin, what Bitcoin does and what the rest of the market's doing in the stock market and the Dixie. So we'll just have to wait and see. Now, speaking of the Dixie, let's take a look at the Dixie here. Let's see. Take a look at the Dixie. Excuse me. Let's try. Okay. We'll have to take a look at it next time because I don't have it on my chart here. I did some rearranging. Took some old coins out and have new coins. So anyway, okay. So that being said, you can see here the majority of these altcoins are in the red, and they are correcting down with Bitcoin. Algorand has been very strong as well. Look at this. Algorand showing a lot of strength, hitting 38 cents here, which is really big for Algorand. And of course, Algorand is still bullish. I would not be chasing this. I would not be buying this, especially with the rest of the market coming down. But you can see massive buy amounts here, and everything is at the top. All of the stochastics RSI is at the top, but we are seeing some weakness. We are seeing some wicking here, which is a lot of profit taking. So now is not the time to be getting into algo. Okay, so I would just again, not investment advice, just letting you know what my opinion is. So there you have it, friends. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to well, actually let's take a look at Matic real quick. Matic following Bitcoin and Ethereum under a daily sell signal, and short-term trend is going down. We do see selling. We have lost the 30-day and the 50-day moving averages on the 4-hour. The next level of support for Matic is 87.8 cents, and that's going to be the 100 moving average. And below that is going to be 85.2 cents, and that's going to be the 100 daily moving average. So there you have it, friends. We do see the daily here on the stochastics rolling over, and we do see that short-term time frame trends, the 1 hour and the 4 hour, are at the bottom. So we could see some type of bounce here, some type of support here. Although we could come down to 87.9 cents. Okay, so there you have it, friends. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you have been doing well in the market. I hope that you were in your positions, whether you're a long-term investor or short-term trader. Hopefully you were in position to take advantage of this move that we've had over this past week and weekend. So take care, friends. Appreciate your subscribership, and thank you for watching. If you can, if you will, please click like, and we will see you in the next video. Take care.